Hello, I'm Dr. Michael Colgan, and I would like to talk to you about the human brain and introduce you to the Isagenix brain and sleep support system. Long-term studies like the Framingham study show undeniably that human cognition starts to degenerate by age 35. New guidelines by the National Institutes of Health issued in April 2011 finally acknowledge this fact. It is changes throughout the brain caused by oxidative stress, cellular reactivity, and glycation, which is sugar toxicity, the linking of sugar and protein molecules into non-functioning tissue, or you might call them junk molecules. The Isagenix brain and sleep support system aims not only to support healthy brain aging, but also to improve cognition as you age. I want to just show you the difference between young and old brains. You can see the left side of your screen is a healthy 25-year-old brain. On the right side of the screen is an 80-year-old brain with cognitive losses. Now you can see there are three main areas of loss. First is in an area called the hippocampus. You can see the holes there that have appeared in the brain. The hippocampus is crucial for the formation of memory. Then in the center of the brain, you can see the ventricles, which are normal holes in the 25-year-old brain, have grown much larger because a lot of the tissue has gone. And that is the intercommunications tissue of the brain itself, called axons. Without that, the brain can't talk to itself. And then at the top of the brain, you can see there's an area appeared between the brain and the skull, where the sulci and the gyri, the hills and valleys of the brain, have declined, and that is where most of your memories are stored. If we look at it from the point of view of an fMRI, that's magnetic resonance imagery of brain activity, you can see on the left of your screen a healthy brain has a lot of high activity in red. And on the right of the screen, the aged brain has very little brain activity in red. So the brain activity in the old brain has declined to almost nothing. The brain and sleep support system can increase your brain power by stimulating neurogenesis, that is, the growth of new neurons. We have only known this since 1997, and now it is a very considerable science. There are two areas of the brain that we're most interested in. The substantia nigra, which you can see on the screen, the black body with its tentacles stretching into the forebrain and up into the midbrain, contains most of our dopamine-producing neurons. It is responsible for functions such as balance, motor movement, and decision-making in the forebrain. When this declines, all of those functions decline too. Nutrient enhancement of dopamine improves cognition and motor function in studies of animals, healthy students, and older adults, so we can protect the substantia nigra. The major cause of cognitive decline is a loss of acetylcholine producing cells in an area called the hippocampus. The brain and sleep support system can combat this loss. Let's have a look at the hippocampus. This is the hippocampus inside the brain, as if the brain was transparent. It is like a couple of seahorses. The Greek for seahorse is hippocampus. When this area declines with aging, it disintegrates, and I want to show you what that looks like. This is neuron death in the hippocampus. A hole appears, and all of the structures, not only the cells, but all of the structures that support the brain, the beams and pillars, disintegrate. And once that has occurred, it is too late. So we want to inhibit cognitive decline before that happens. and we know that nutrient enhancement of acetylcholine levels in the hippocampus helps combat cognitive decline. Now I want to show you the mitochondria. Mitochondria are our energy producers. They produce all of our energy as adenosine triphosphate. We can only protect the mitochondria with nutrients and lifestyle. There is no other way. Mitochondrial decay occurs by oxidative stress, cellular reactivity, and the glycation we talked about before, the build-up of junk molecules. The brain and sleep support system defends against all three. By age 35, we all have some premature brain aging that can lead to progressive cognitive decline. The only way to combat it is to build up cognitive reserve, and the brain and sleep support system promotes cognitive reserve.